y'all doing, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Overthinking Understanding Podcast. I'm your host, Victoria Moore, and we are back with another episode. Today I got two amazing, talented guests that got their own show, podcast, getting ready to start their YouTube up. One of my guests is a recurring guest that I have, my best friend, Tanika, and her fiance Deal. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Sorry about any background noise. This is our first little live episode. I pulled up, we getting it popping, so I'm gonna let Deal and Tanika introduce themselves, and then we'll go get the topics of this episode introduced.
Oh my God. You can go ahead. You know, say the best for last.
Yeah. Well, what's up with it? It's me. I'm Deal. To your fiance, you know.
Stink partner.
Keep it short and simple.
Well, I'm Tanika. I am the best friend, the only best friend she has. I just want to let y'all know.
Good morning.
But no, seriously. Also, y'all, I know this is free promotion because her shit been going so fucking crazy lately. So y'all follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Tanika Smith. Y'all can. She'll be able to put it up. Can you hear me? She'll be able to put it up. I don't know how she gonna put it up, but she will.
I'll tag it and everything on YouTube, like I usually do. She shouted it out here. I'll make sure I tag it on Instagram when I put the video up. So today's topics we're gonna be talking about. Do y'all remember?
Yeah, I forgot.
I forgot to. I'm bad at that. Ain't gonna lie, I forgot to.
Alright, does being loyal to your friends and family growing up stunt your growth in the future? Is day one some people that you met from when you was kids, or somebody that's been solid to you, you know, from day one that you done met them? And then what was that last one we decided on?
It was the...
I'm just messing with him. I do this all the time, so I just messing with him. So the struggle that you come from, does it equate to your accomplishments in the future? So what that meaning is, like, you know, some people be like, I came from the struggle, I came from this, and that, and that's why I have this. So we're gonna talk about, like, does your struggle really equate to what you got in the future? Because some people have not came from the same struggle, but have the same blessings. So let's get into it. How do y'all feel that loyalty to your friends and family stunt your growth growing up?
You can go first.
Well, I feel like loyalty to friends and family can stunt your growth because, man, at a certain point, certain people just don't want to change. They don't see the world the way you see it. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, like, everybody be stuck in their ways. Once they figure out where they at in life and they figure out their situation, they feel like that's the only way to see life. You know what I'm saying? And everybody on a different path. So you might be ready to go the other way, and they like, nah, this is the only way you can do it. This is the only way I gotta do this to get it successful. And I just be disagreeing with it sometimes.
So how do you feel? Like, let's say you already know you want to be something in life. You trying to make it from 18, 19, 25, 30, 40 even. And your partner hit you up and be like, this person did da-da-da-da. Like, when do you learn to be like, I can't come run and help? Like, I can't come run and jump to your aid.
Oh, yes, because that's his problem now. That is his problem now. Let's talk about it.
I like that question. It's actually a good question. Because that's a lot that I struggle with now. Like, I really struggle with that. Because, like, I'm big on loyalty myself. So I try to give people what I want out of them. So when I get those type of calls, I'm ready to do whatever. We gonna ride, you know what I'm saying? Or we can sit down and talk it out, we can. But I'm learning to pick and choose my battles because I got a family. I got 2 kids and my fiance. So the moment when I get them calls, I just try to think, what can I do to not take myself away from them? You know what I'm saying? So I either try to convince my partner or brother, whoever called me, be like, hey man, is this the only way we can solve that? Or I try to figure out why we finna go and do what we finna do. But I still be on that though. That's the only bad part.
I do, yeah.
That's crazy. That is horrible. That is crazy. Okay, so for me, ask the question again.
You could go. We talking.
Cause I forgot about it.
It don't.
So I forgot.
We just talking about when does we talking about when does loyalty, like when do you check loyalty
you draw a line
with somebody else?
Okay.
So basically the thought process the logic behind the question is, when you learn to be more loyal to yourself than the people who come to get you to jump off the next stuff. But you ask her, but the question that was asked was, when does loyalty, become a problem with your friends and family to stop you from your growth or doing what you got to do to accomplish what you want to in your future?
Okay. So for me, which is what I'm trying to teach Raymond is, you have to draw a line, like, and you have to be okay with people disagreeing with your line. Like for me, it's like, if you can't respect what I'm doing or what I'm trying to grow or how I'm growing things, you gotta go. And it's just that simple. Like old friends. Now that I'm in a relationship and I'm finna get married, I just can't hang with you no more. And it's just that simple. I just can't hang with y'all no more. And it's not even so much of me hanging with them. It's just, I know that they're single and they're able to go out and do certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just want to respect my relationship. Like, don't put me in that situation. So thank God, like now the friends that I have, they respect that. Like, girl, you can't go out with us. And, we be going to go kick with the niggas. I can't. So like for me, it's like, if you don't respect the line, we just it's cool. I can't kick it with you, and that's fine. I still love you. It's all love, but you just need to know like when to cut those people.
But that's a surface level. So what about like if your mama come or your brother come with some like something deep? Something that'll cause you to be like, I know I could jeopardize what I have with my fiance, what I have with my family, what I have with my future. When do you learn to check that, or do you check that?
Hell yeah, I'm checking shit at the door. Okay. Listen, for me, my family is understanding. My brothers, they fucking hardheads. So whatever they get themselves into, they most definitely don't try to include me. I'm the one that they need to build them out. So they know not to include me into their bullshit. But if it was ever that situation, like I know, like with my oldest brother, I'd be ready to like. He always be having some crazy shit going on. And I'd be ready to be like, all right, look, we ready. Like, we guns loaded. Let's go shoot it up. We can do whatever. But it came to a point to where it's like, okay, nah, I can't go cock no gun. And you going to have to do it on your own or figure it the fuck out. Because if you jeopardize anything I have going on, and I'm going to say this, my kids are everything. So and I think now more, anything that jeopardizes me being with my kids or around my children, I'm gonna cut it the fuck off. It gotta go. Snip, snip. Give me the scissors. Who got them?
So do you feel at any point, like we all of us being grown, being older, we know that now. Do you feel like at any point in time before loyalty has stunted your growth? Like how you put yourself in positions because of being loyal to somebody else or loyal to a belief that you have. And we stand on loyalty from how we was taught in the community that we come from. So it's like, do you feel like something that you did in the past kind of stunted your growth? You could be a little bit further, or you could be different than where you are right now.
Hell yeah, we went to school together. You should know. I hung around a whole bunch of scary hoes that put me in situations I should have not been in. Yeah, all the time. Like I tell dudes all the time. Like a lot of friendships and stuff that I could have had that could possibly go anywhere. It's just not just the friendships. I just think of it like, those friendships could have turned into business opportunities later on. Like I'm noticing, like a lot of people who we went to school with, they're becoming like big business people, and you know what I'm saying. So a lot of that has, now we don't want to be with Tucci because Tucci, she just this girl who ready to fight, who's loud, and they just automatically just assume that that's what I come with, so they don't want to mess with it. So a lot of those friendships got, I want to say, ruined because of the scary hoes I hung out with.
Chill out.
No shade. It was just like, like, a lot of people did hang around me because I was that like real loyal friend that was ready to fight and worry about it later. Everybody know me because of that, and that has like a lot of people be like, oh well, I just didn't say anything to you because you might want to fight me. And I'm just like, girl, that's not who I am.
Not at all. She really ain't no fighter. Will make me laugh. She's not a fighter. Like if you a fighter, you gonna. Like, it's still situations that I gotta check myself in because I want to.
See what I'm saying?
I'm fighting. But you ain't. I'm a loving, caring asshole.
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all ever trying to get her to understand?
Yeah, very loving, caring asshole.
Y'all. I just want y'all to know that Victoria and Raymond are so much alike. So
we great people.
Y'all
great people.
They ain't shit.
Know how to love the hell out of women.
Straight
and
up.
our family.
Okay. But y'all still some assholes. Y'all definitely is.
But doubling back though, I definitely do agree though. Like it has stunned me and stopped me because it's a lot of my homeboys, like people I went to school with that I know, they're in higher places right now, but I just can't fuck with you on that level because something that happened with my partner. So my loyalty lies with him. Yeah. So it's like now I can't work with you, I can't kick it with you, skate with you, nothing. Probably when I see you, I'm gonna be ready to bust your ass.
That is
but
so
that's just how loyalty
see, look, y'all see, I wish I could see her face. That's so ignorant.
They see me first.
They can see your face.
They see my face. That's my lie. I can't see my face.
Y'all, Victoria and Raymond is gonna say this, but that's so ignorant. Why? Why does it have to be?
Can I speak my piece?
Okay. Why?
All right. This is my thing, and now all of these topics that I come with for my podcast, like I come with. By myself, a situation that not happened in my life. So loyalty has stunted my growth in a sense for that, like that situation that he brought up. And it comes down to safety and just what you've been taught since you was a child. Don't get me wrong, like you try to fight that inner child, you try to fight them habits, them bad habits that you came up with. But I feel like it like this, like back in the especially coming from the hood, whatever you want to call it, everybody fought everybody. So it's kind of one of them things where when a situation go from we just fighting, we might have gotten to a stuff. Man, you got best friend level situation like that. Yeah. But when it come from fighting to like guns to people getting jumped and stuff like that, situation. It's like. But I'm just saying. But now my loyalty goes to your brother. It was the clique that your brother was in. Yeah. So like if it's ever a situation that I hopped on with my family. And like your brother, cause I feel like if we keep it respectful, even if my brother don't like your brother, and they had a one-on-one fight all day long, I'm gonna respect that. Like y'all had a one-on-one scuffle, I don't care who won, it's not no winner or loser. Y'all decided to get out there and do y'all thing, y'all did that. But if your brother, if my brother, and you was in the clique, and then we get older and this gun and stuff involved, then I feel like I have to keep my loyalty gonna lie over there. So I don't feel like it's ignorant, but it do stop because I have distanced myself from best friends or people that I grew up with in school off of situations like that, but people start moving crazy. Especially in Texas. Like it's like what I'm supposed to do if I'm sitting over here chilling and it's more like the 6 degrees of separation. Like everybody is separated by 6 people, right? So I feel about it like this. I'm chilling with you, my best friend, and your brother homeboy. Me and my brothers might have just called one of his partners and did something, and then I'm sitting at your house chilling, and he pop up on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stuff like that. So I feel like it sucks, but in order to keep yourself safe and keep stuff kosher, I feel like sometimes loyalty do stunt certain little situations and friendships that could go, or just like you say, business. Because most people who stay in the hood, either you gonna get taken down by the hood, or everything at the bottom rise to the top. So if we was young and we was in the hood and we was just normal little kids and we stick around, now I'm Wayland, Maryland, watching people like Peach and Tuke on like TV and stuff and on YouTube. I'm like, but they stayed in the hood and stayed true to what they was doing. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard. Like, of course, I want to come back in politics when I come to Dallas, but it's just that barrier. Like you did something, or your partner might have did something to this, so I gotta. But that's I just don't feel like it's ignorant sometimes. I feel like that's a different category. It's the same thing. No, listen, I feel like can you press that? I feel like when we are talking about like your life, when we're talking about safety, of course it's a big different thing. I'm not saying ever put yourself in no
situation where you feel like your safety is up for grabs at this point. I'm saying that it's ignorant when just because my partner didn't like you when we were 6 and we beefed it out all the way, just fighting wise, we beefed it out all the way into high school. Now I can't fuck with you. No, because you can really be missing out on a bunch of opportunities that this person or the people who they know have. So I'm not saying like, oh, if it's safety, put it on. Hell no. Because, girl, if it's ever safety, choose safety over anything, and that's just that on that. But
what about when friendships cross longer lines? So my partner still don't mess with you, even if y'all fought in 6th grade. My partner don't mess with you, but I'm closer to him. And he just be like, I don't respect that if you chill with him, and I choose that friendship over. I mean, that's still loyalty stunning your growth, because you still might be missing out on a good friend. But is it still ignorant to be like, if I be like, Tucci, we ain't never did that. Like, you talk to you friendly. Tucci talk to everybody. Like, whatever. She the garden that the butterflies come kicking at. She kick with everybody, but me, I don't know. I guess I'm a call going by the water with that.
You ain't by yourself, because I be telling her.
I be chilling.
Y'all ignorant. Y'all know.
I anti-social like it.
Don't let Victoria and Remy fool y'all. They are mean as fuck. So
we not
once you cross that line with them,
that ain't mean.
Once you cross that line with them, it's a complete like, we don't want to fuck with you. You can die, and I could be the one. You can be on fire right now, and I could spit on you to make it stop, and they will walk for that.
That's not true. She got it mixed up.
No.
But look, and that's what I'm saying. In our defense, though, if we treat you like that, that's because you didn't have to do us like you did us. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't have to. If you ain't have to put yourself in a situation, because a lot of times people get themselves involved in stuff they shouldn't have been involved in.
Stay up in my business.
Straight up. So you get in my business, or you get up in my way. And if
where
I crack your head or it go wherever it go, that's just that.
Listen,
she blowing up.
I'm letting y'all know I'm blowing them because I want y'all to know.
She blowing up.
I ain't talking ignorant. It's so crazy that y'all are so much alike. It is so crazy. Y'all
what's ignorant about that?
I'm telling you,
ignorant about this.
You can respect the fight.
I respect the hell of a fight.
Okay,
all day long.
But why can't you? I'm not saying let's go and play patty cake and be the best of friends, but we most definitely can keep it cordial. If it's a business, situation, let's say.
Okay, look. Now you look. Just like we said, loyalty can stunt your growth. Loyalty to myself sometimes can stunt my growth in friendships and other situations like that. But at the end of the day, like, I had to learn that my loyalties lie with me. So so you saying that like we ignorant and we stupid. First of all, somebody on fire. Everybody that I just like they say, just because I don't like you or you hating on me, don't mean that we ops or we into. So everybody that I don't kick it with, don't mean that I hate them. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. But that's what I'm saying. I don't kick it with you, so I don't even take it to that level with everybody, because if I take it there, then it's gonna stay there. Like, y'all know the situation.
So that's what I'm saying. You be ready with my ex.
No, okay, y'all know the situation with my ex and her cousin. He popped me upside the head for the firecracker going on, right? So check this out. I'm not finna fight you or put my hands on you or do none of that, because I'm the type of person, like, every time I see you, it'll be something. And me and this chick, me and your, like, I still feel like you shouldn't have got my, like, you shouldn't have put your hands on me.
True enough.
But at the end of the day, I don't mess with you, but I ain't got no hate for you. But I'm not gonna put my hands on you, because once I put my hands on you, now you like that. What the young kids be saying now you my opposition. You know what I'm saying? Like now we got a problem. But if you just put me upside the head, you went with your move, that's cool. I ain't gonna make you that, because it ain't even, you got kids, you got a baby dad, I ain't taking it there. But I'm loyal to myself on the thing of I ain't gonna mess with you like that.
Okay, true enough. But tell them why you didn't take it there. Let's not say you didn't want to.
I didn't want to.
No, y'all, Victoria and so is Raymond like this. Like, if they don't feel you could be a competition of them fighting you, they won't fight you. So if they feel like you're weaker than them,
that is true.
That's not. Don't set up
different little topic.
Yeah,
Check this out. But this how I feel about it, and this is I was raised. A lot of people not knocking nobody. I had my father in my house, so my mother was the type of person saying, "Take it there." Somebody play with you, you take it there. My daddy taught me like, if you trying to fight somebody that ain't got no type of reason to fight you, this what I say. Like that's why I say it's a different than somebody. Tucci is a shit talking shit starter. You know what I'm saying? And like people, you know, shit talking shit starter. So like. Tucci had a type of presence where like people was scared of her off of her demeanor and just how she talked the stories.
Exactly.
Me on the other hand, I was a skinny little 128 black girl that people knew that fought. It's a totally different thing. People didn't know. Even if people would come up to me and be like, "I heard you can't fight. You not gonna test me?" Or people be like, I heard that. Oh man, I ain't gonna mess with you because I heard you can't fight. People didn't hear about me from. It wasn't just like no big. People heard about me from fighting. So at the end of the day, I just learned. Like I say, being a fighter, it's done been played. Even when I'm grown, you see people who might get drunk in the club, be on some stuff in the club, and you catch them in the mall and they not on the same time. Or you catch them, in my case, being a bouncer at the door, like you was just talking at the park, and you a bouncer at the door, and you telling me you ain't trying to do that at work. Like I'm like, no, I'm trying to go in your mouth. So you just learn that people not really on that. So that's all it is. So why this lady 40 years old? She got 3 kids. Not saying age don't matter. 2 things, like I said, my dad taught me it ain't no reason to fight somebody you know that don't really want to fight. I scared that woman. She ain't like the way that I went about whatever, right? I ain't saying that she had no right to put her hands on me, but like I scared her, so she did what she wanted to move, right? She did what she did. You got kids at home. Why we finna fight and I'm finna send you home regardless and everybody get it wrong. I don't think I could beat everybody ass, but I will fight. And then everybody, you know what I'm saying? But why I'm gonna send you home with any type of marks? Or just like that situation that happened that night, the police pulled up, quit. The police said, what it look like if he pull up and I'm fighting? Like it's just the whole situation where it's just smarter than that. It ain't no reason to get and this is how. And the third thing, that's how I don't put my hands on everybody. Man, you gotta understand and respect the fight. So if we be like, bro, you did this to me, I did this to you, we gonna get out here and fight, shake hands, and walk away from it. I done been shot at too many times to be trying to swing and fight with everybody. So if I send you home with a black eye, or we get into a fight, even if you might have got the best of me, but your bruises look gross and your baby daddy running around trying to shoot me. Now it's something else. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no reason for me to fight her. Every time I see it, it piss me off, but I be like, I ain't gonna fight you. Like, you not no.
See, she finna say, you not a threat.
No,
that is what you.
No, I was not finna say.
Y'all heard it.
I was not.
Her. Y'all, let's get back on topic. We so horrible. Listen,
you did that.
Yeah, you definitely.
Because that is the type of people that y'all are. They have to understand the type of people that they're dealing with, that they're talking to.
If they listen to my podcast faithfully, they know.
Exactly.
Definitely a lady talk about every type of altercation I done had.
Listen,
I mean, definitely a lady.
I am looking at all your viewers and my viewers as well. Victoria and Raymond will not fight somebody that they do not feel like they have a competition with. And that's just them. That is true. That is true. And I don't care what nobody say. If y'all listen to Victoria's podcast, y'all know that Victoria is a very calm person. But if she do not feel like she has competition with fighting you, this is her exact words. And y'all probably done heard her say that. What am I gonna fight that woman for? I'm gonna beat her ass.
No.
Y'all have probably heard her say this millions of times.
No.
I don't care what nobody say.
You getting it mixed up.
You getting it misconstrued.
You just spare somebody because it's like you
it's
gotta forgive them what they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's what it is.
It's give and take because I feel like I'm gonna take, like I said, okay, just like I said, see, Tucci don't listen. She hard headed. She put her up. Hey, y'all check out my episode. Perception is not reality. So my perception of telling me is her reality, but it ain't the reality of the world. That's just how she sees us through her eyes. But all I'm saying is to caveat off of that is it's not about me. Because in the fight, at the end of the day, you expect somebody that get out there and that's gonna fight you one-on-one. That's how I grew up. Like I done got into it with my brothers that we done got into altercations and they felt totally disrespected because they like, I never swing on you. But I'm like, this is really how I solve problems, whether it's you, somebody on the street. If you cross the line, I feel like this is the way. That's why I had an episode, and we're gonna talk. I want to do an episode about conflict resolution. I talked about it on one of my previous episodes. We got to teach our kids and teach our people around us better conflict resolution. Yeah. But that's really that's really how I handle stuff. So I'm a very calm person because I don't have to walk around upset. I can be calm as hell, and we can get into a fight, and I'm gonna be calm after the fact. Like it just is. It just is what it is. But that don't mean that I think I'm gonna beat you up. Like you never supposed to underestimate your opponent. So, like I said, some situations.
Maybe like it's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, depending on how hard he swing at me. But
see what I'm saying?
That's a joke. I'm not harming no kids.
Yeah, we're not out here fighting.
That is just it. I done had a baby hit me with a dime piece in the hood, and I ain't do nothing. That's not true. At the end of the day, I feel like when you learn,
I'm fighting kids. Y'all got me messed up.
When you learn who you are as a person and what you got, I'm not out here trying to fight everybody because fighting is a respectful. Like I said, it's a respectful thing to me. Unless you self-defense, then that's something else. But like, what? It don't mean you don't got nothing for me. But some people really can't fight. Some people just know how to swing when they're angry. But what do mama get out of fighting you? That's all. So it don't mean that I think that I'm gonna beat your ass. What am I get out of fighting you?
Okay, yeah.
We grown. What I'm gonna potentially go to jail. I have to discharge my weapon for. Like, no, we grown.
Straight up.
Okay.
So, wrap it up. The first topic, talking about loyalty stunts your growth. We all agree that loyalty can stunt your growth if you let it. And the gist of why that topic was brought up to be on the episode was I just feel like you gotta learn to be loyal to yourself before anything and everything else. Because at the end of the day, anybody you run into the aid to go help, or anybody who needs you to help, if you that person that somebody go to, then you gonna be that go-to person years down the line. So you gotta stick around. So if you might not be fighting, like we brought up a bunch of topics about fighting and doing all of that. We just bringing it around full circle. You might be a person like I have a problem too after giving too much money. But if I'm broke at the end of the day, because giving my money to this person, Peter, Paul, and whoever, when Sally Mae come back around and need some money and I'm broke, I still ain't able to do what I need to do. So you gotta be able to understand. You gotta be loyal to yourself above anything. Loyal to what you believe in, loyal to what you stand for, and loyal to who you is as a person. Y'all got anything to add to that?
No, you really wrapped it up.
That's about it. Just stand for something so you don't fall for anything. Yeah. That's it.
Okay, so what was the next question?
Day ones is the next topic. Topic. But is day ones somebody that you know from a little kid or somebody that kept it solid from the day that you met them? Like that's my day. Like people like that's my day one partner. Is that out the sandbox or that's somebody that you might met in your teen years, your 20s or whatever, and they just been solid since you met them?
I don't know, because for me, like the people who I met at the sandbox, I consider them family. You know what I'm saying? I consider Victoria my best friend, and I tell this all the time. It's because she's the only person that's kept it solid, being her true self, and then knows the true me and accept the true me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, to be honest, like for real, I caught a lot of friends from off the hype of people just feeling like they needed to be protected by me, or, you know, they knew like I'm willing to get into it and take it there in school and have the heated argument and all that. So for me, it was like just the people who stuck around and kept it solid through it all. Those was my day one. So.
What you think, dude?
Straight up. Well, what I think is a little bit of both for me. Like, I agree with you. Like, I do got some from the sandbox, and I call them my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I call them, cousins or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I also know some people because I'm not from Texas. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Ohio. So
shout out.
Man, I got a lot of partners here in Texas, Louisiana, New York, all over the place that's just so loyal from the day that I met them. You know what I'm saying? I met them wherever I met them at, they know. And it's just, we don't talk all the time or whatever the case may be, but it's always going to be that. And that's why I say I'm big on loyalty and respect. They ain't never disrespect me, I ain't disrespect them. So, it's all 100 with me.
Yeah. And I'm kind of on the same thing. So being somebody who went through what I went through as a child, I kind of distanced myself growing up. If you was my partner from growing up, any type of school, like Tuka said, we solid. But you had to be completely solid. Just like she said, we not cool because I just knew you growing up in school. We cool because situations arise, situations came up, and we was able to talk it out, talk through it, and we stayed ourselves throughout the whole thing. Like, I ain't scared of you, you ain't scared of me. I ain't gonna fight you for no reason. You be tripping sometimes. I think you're asking, like, it's always done been solid between us. But like I said, being somebody who was shut off and didn't really have a bunch of friends, and that's by choice. Like she said, I was an asshole, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just not. I ain't
an asshole.
Loving and caring. Loving and caring, asshole. But like she said, but how I am as a person and my loyalty can kind of drive a lot of people to be cool with me, and it put me in a lot of messed up situations growing up. So like a lot of people that I grew up with, I didn't still want to be cool with because y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was some sticky situations that happened. So with all that being said, like, I met a lot of partners when I came into the service. I've been in the service since 18. Like, I got partners that I met in basic training. That's my day ones that I met from. That's my sandbox. Like, we done been to Korea. You know, I got partners that been to Afghanistan. So I got people like that that's my day ones, and I ain't known them for my whole life, but they've been solid since I met them. I could call them right now, ask anybody I mess with right now. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But like, if I need to, I know like they gonna make it happen, or anything in their power to make it happen. So I feel like it just all depends. Your day ones do not have to be somebody that's just out of the sandbox. That don't have to be like that.
I think Eric
just piggybacking on that, I definitely got some partners that was from the sandbox that I don't even speak to no more.
I'll spit in your face.
I'm telling you.
Don't walk up on me.
Straight up though. Like, I got some for real. That's really high.
So y'all not assholes.
I'll spit in your face. Don't walk up on me.
Straight up.
See what I'm saying?
It is though, because it just, like she said, you said ways to rise, and
you better go with your move when you see me.
Every time. Or you better be prepared to take it there, because I'm willing to die there.
You better go with your move. No, I'm
being serious, but
in a joke. It's joking. But it's some people that I grew up with that, like, some situations I let slide and then things happen because I was still in the situation that I was. You staying with your mama, you learned. Like, I remember when I first moved from Pleasant Grove, I fought all the way through elementary. Every school I went to, I was getting kicked out. They threatened me with going to alternative school. Then I get to Richardson. We stayed in North Dallas, but we stayed close enough to go to school in Richardson. Mama sent us to the good school. I got a ticket and sent to alternative school. I was popping a little girl in the face. I said, oh no. Like, that's when it kicked in my head. Like, my mama gonna go pay for every mistake that I make right now. But I got my own bail money and lawyer right now, so like I say, you better go with your movies.
See what I'm saying?
See what I'm saying?
Real. We got bail money, lawyers, all that. Hey, you play, you gon' play.
I don't want them to say shit else. Y'all be joking. I'm not joking. Y'all not I'm very serious.
We joking.
Don't let them lie to y'all.
We joking.
This is what I'm talking about. Don't let them lie to y'all. See what I'm talking about?
I got a glitch. See?
Hey.
We play. Go ahead.
No, y'all right.
What else you gotta say about day one?
I don't even have nothing to say.
What is the criteria for a day one? Okay, let's say, cause my podcast, we all over the world in every continent. Shout out to everybody. So we all over the world. So you ain't just talking to me and deal right now. What do you got to say to like kids or grown people that don't know some of these lessons? Like at one point, do you feel like just like tying it into loyalty could stunt your growth? How you feel about like holding on to day ones who still not doing what they need to do, or what criteria fit for you to stay a day one or keep a day one in your life? Like how, like what you think, like what you said with me, you like, loyal, kept it yourself to. It's some people right now who just they loyalty is making them stick with their day ones that ain't got nothing going on.
For me, it was like, I had to understand that for certain friends was just for different parts of life.
Yeah.
And we can still be friends, but I needed to know like who wasn't for me. It was certain people I hung out with that I just knew like, oh, we're the best of friends. And I'm sorry.
You good?
We the best of friends, and I'm like, now that I think back to it, like that wasn't my friend at all. That bitch was using me. Yeah. So like now for me, like to be a friend is to know to be my day ones is to know me, to know my heart, to know I might not talk every day because I will go ghost on your ass for a whole year. pop back out with a kid. But no, for real, I don't talk to any of my really close friends. So Faye, John, and Victoria, I do not talk to them like every day. But when we do talk and we get back together, it's the same. It's like, we never stop. It's the picking right back up where we still left off at. So for me, my day ones is people who know me genuinely, who are the same with me 24/7. And then I have those sisters I grew up with. I can't stand them hoes, but I love them. It's like a love and hate relationship. Like for real, like Victoria is my best friend, and I have a Victoria who I grew up with. And I can't stand her sometimes, but I love her to death. Like that's my baby. She's spoiled as hell, and that's the side I can't stand. Ajane, me and this bitch get into it like every 3 to 4 years, but it's never like it's like a sister. It's like a sister relationship. So for me, like those are the people who are my sandbox people. Like it's more people. I ain't got time to be saying that, but like that's what I'm saying. Like it's just certain friends I just knew like okay, it was just somebody who I hung out with in high school, and that was it. Then my day was. What about you?
What you guys said, Dave?
But with me, with my day ones, man, it's just like you said, just piggybacking off of what you said, it's just we got to understand each other and understand that we all be on different paths in life. You know what I'm saying? But my loyalty gonna stay with you. Like I'm doing the family thing now, and there's a lot of my partners that don't got family, so they out doing what they do.
Respect that, because I beat niggas up.
But they understand that certain situations don't call Ray unless it's like that, or if I really need them. You know what I'm saying? Don't just have me pulling up the stuff and all that. Yeah. I'm working on that with my brothers, like my blood brothers, because I do that a lot for them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm big on family. Yeah. So when they call, I'm working on picking and choosing that battle. But that's another story for another time. But just for my
go with your mood. This is my podcast.
Okay, man. But yeah, even with my brothers, man, like I'm trying to get them to understand like certain shit. I just can't come and jump and do this because I'm taking from my family. I once, because in my house, I'm the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? I don't let her work. I have her doing her schooling thing. She'll work later.
It's not he don't let me. We choose.
Same difference. You get what I'm saying?
My exes didn't work unless they had to. They really didn't. Unless they got too spoiled. Like, nah.
Straight up.
No, you ain't got to work with me.
Exactly. Straight up, like we're gonna handle that. But like I'm trying to get them to understand, you take me out of my family, they gonna hurt. That child gonna hurt, all that. You know what I'm saying? My fiance gonna hurt. So y'all just don't be understand that when I say no, it's not that I'm just dry saying no to you.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's it. So the ones that know I rock with y'all. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Be safe. Stay dangerous.
Yeah. I always say stay smart. Move. Everybody say stay dangerous.
Stay dangerous.
I only say dangerous because
smart.
if you smart,
you
can be smart, but at the same time, you get in a dangerous situation. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
You gotta stay. You gotta look, man. Look, I was gonna do an episode because I'm in the service, right? And like I always get into this debate with people, so they be like, the army is a game. Just like, I'm in the game, but I'm like, my gang got better benefits. I could drop outside tomorrow and my people know. And it's not all about the money or nothing like that, but it's just like my gang got better benefits. Like, I drop tomorrow, like my casket go be taken care of, my mom go be taken care of, all the way to my brothers. My little sister will be able to go to school off of what I did. Yo, click, y'all might have a fish fry. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just saying on the strength of
y'all might have a fish fry.
No, I'm saying like y'all might do a fish fry. They might put your name on the wall. They might do some dry beefing forever in the rest of their life. Y'all people now gonna be somewhere either struggling if you ain't did what you had to do to whatever. So that's all I'm saying. So it was funny that you said. I say like stay dangerous. All that is cute. That's what them street dudes gonna tell you. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I said stay smart. Be militant in the way that you move, and you ain't gotta stay smart, stay calculated in how you go about your business. Because it's a bunch of dangerous dudes out here dead. They was dangerous until they was dead. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, ain't nobody that's gonna walk around. I don't look dangerous, but people I done down to altercations with, they be like, leave that girl alone. Like it ain't nothing. You ain't gotta be walking around mugs on your face, looking crazy, pistol hanging out your pocket. You will never not got it with me until it is what it is. You'll never know that I'm on what I'm on until a situation pop off. So that's that's another thing. You see, I be going down the rabbit holes. It be hard sometimes.
Yes,
But
off topic, horrible.
But now that's free game though. It's somebody somewhere that need to hear it, and I'm listening to what she's saying.
She can't be talking.
She
can't be.
I be staying on topic.
Yeah.
She listen to me.
Y'all, they don't heard the first 40 minutes of this podcast. They know you ain't been staying on topic. But I feel the same way that they do, and my certain criteria for being a day one is stand somebody I connect with, even if you is a day one. You know, you gotta keep it solid with me and be real to yourself. Like, I be feeling like a lot of people, even in like relationships, like even it's exes that I talk to and I pick the phone up every time they call, or some exes like I'm watching it ring if it ain't blocked. So, and that being said, like I just feel like you gotta be able to keep it loyal to yourself and move smart with yourself, because you'll learn. I just learned like some people put you in a situation that they'll put themselves into, and it just ain't smart. So you can't be my day one if you're not looking out for my best interest. Yeah. But if you ain't looking out for your best interest either, then it's like we don't need to mess, because you'll be done call me up to get into a shootout or to a fight, or like I got a partner who want to go get drunk. When he get drunk, he like, I feel like fighting today. That's not how it works, boo boo. That is not how it works. Like, what the hell does you mean that you got drunk and you feel like fighting? And then you gonna tell me that before I go to the club with you, so now the whole time I'm on high alert because that loyalty and you being my day one, like something pop off, I'm finna be right there with you. No, because the real day one ain't gonna put no. I'm like, if I feel like getting into a fight, I'm gonna go to a boxing gym and let somebody go off in the ring. But it's plenty of people that need to be sparring up in the gym. I ain't finna go to a club and be talking about I feel like getting to a fight. So I feel like my day ones, like they gotta be solid with themselves. You gotta keep it real with me. Like I said, I tell everybody, like you ain't gotta tell me the truth, but you ain't gotta tell no unnecessary lies to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the type of person that believe you can lie to everybody, don't lie to yourself. So but don't tell me no unnecessary stuff for no type of reason. And like I say, day ones, it don't have to be. I got brothers that I met in the service. Sometimes I feel like closer than the brothers that I had growing up. And I say it on my podcast all the time because people always say the line that blood is thicker than water. And I be laughing at it when they talk about the people that they was, birthed out the same month. I be like, y'all saying the whole quote. That's why I say some of y'all, I ain't gonna go to a rabbit hole, but that's why some of y'all need to. These scriptures y'all be quoting, y'all need to know what go before them and after them. Because y'all be saying a little part of them, and the before and after is very important. But just like how people be like, blood is thicker than water, and they'll put their real brother on there, the whole quote is the blood shared in the battlefield is thicker than the water shared in the womb. So when you also start talking about blood thicker than water, you're talking about some people that came outside that y'all went through some stuff with. And a lot of people, that's my day one, that's how it is. Like, I know how Tucci is when she in a good mood, when she happy, life is going good. And I also know how she is when she ain't going good. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I want my day ones to be. Cause I gotta see you in every season. Cause you might be cool. You might be cool in the summertime. Fall, you might be holding on. And winter, you just a whole different person. Like you ready to rob me and anybody else to get back up to go to be shining for the summer. But I met you in the summer, so I thought you was solid. So, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, that's how I be feeling. Yeah, you just gotta stay solid, keep it real, and like I tell people, like I said, I brought up my exes, like I tell them, like you gotta be real with yourself before you ever try to be real with me. So even some people that ain't never played me or did me dirty, if I watch them do crazy stuff to themselves, like I kind of switch up the way that I move with them, because eventually it'll affect me. Yeah. So you gotta be able to do what you need to for yourself. And keep your head on straight for yourself. If you ever thinking, I don't give a damn how cool it was. You do something that I feel like could jeopardize what I got going on, me feeding my family or myself, I don't care how much they want to the infinity. It don't matter. It'll be cut off. Because you definitely are who you hang around. Exactly.
Sure. So I'm not hanging around no stupid. Yes, I hang around no stupid.
So the last topic we go discuss, ain't putting no time limit on it by no means. This is a very a topic I've been wanting to talk about forever, because I feel like people get the struggle mixed up with how they done made it in life or how far they done made it in life. So does the struggle you went through in your life as a child, throughout your life period, equate to the accomplishments or the successfulness that you are in life in the present time, or people that's successful right now? And to put y'all in I guess in the mind frame of how I'm thinking about it, like when you will see boxers or like basketball players on TV, and the first thing they'll be like, oh, they came from hard times. Their father wasn't in the house. The people was a crackhead. Then they teammate, but for real, but they'll throw that in there. They'll have some random video, some random actor looking like a crackhead on the street. Then they'll have like an actor, like, but they do. They'll be on some weird stuff. Oh, my mama worked 3 jobs and this and that. But I'm like, I know people who mama worked 3 jobs and they on the corner with some holes in their drawers right now talking about, bro, do you want some weed? So what the hell they got to do with that? What does that got to do?
Was a hard fucking worker and they chose the gangbang.
Yeah, they chose the, and I ain't saying nothing wrong. It's some sophisticated gangbangers, but it's less Scarfaces and more goddamn anybody's foot soldiers on the street. So anyway, we get into that topic because I feel like your struggle, if you, I ain't even gonna put the end of it on there. So we gonna hit it up like this. Does your struggle that you went through as a child in your life equate to the successfulness or the stuff that you accomplished? And I want to know how y'all feel about it.
I go first, because no, I know some niggas at the bottom that hungrier than a bitch. That's, you know what I'm saying? That want to make it or have made it and did absolutely nothing. I also know some very, we went to Richardson, guys. Richardson is a very great neighborhood. It's a very great school, and most of those people who have those good parents who parents drop them off and make them lunch every day, or now they chose to do drug dealing. So
rapping,
everybody want to be a rapper.
Disrespect.
And no disrespect, y'all can't fucking rap, and I'm saying it. I just want to say it. Okay, but anyways, what I was saying is, you just know, I know people from both walks, and I know like it is. Everybody got a story, okay? Everybody got a sad story. Everybody can sit here and make you cry. It's not where you came from. It's what's in you. It's never about where you came from. I don't give a damn. I tell people this all the time. I stay in the hood, but if you see me in person or you see me out, you would never know it. And I don't sit around here and, I'm from the hood. I stayed on Section 8. I did. I stayed on Section 8. We had a fucking house. It was close. It was in North Dallas. It was a nice neighborhood, y'all. So like, I just don't feel like a struggle makes you hungrier, because I know people who are struggling like a motherfucker and they suck. But school wise and life wise, I mean, just in all of it, all aspects. So, and then I know people who are like, who came from money and all this, and I've seen them do absolutely nothing with their life. So I just all depends on it's what's in the person.
Yeah.
So that's what I got to say.
What you guys say, Dave?
Yeah. See, I agree. You know what I'm saying? Because I done seen people, with them rich parents and all that. I done seen them turn out good, and I done seen them turn out bad. For real,
they all turning out
like, I didn't see it turn out bad. For real, the people got the good. But you got both parents in the house, and like me being a kid, like,
That don't always. I grew up with both parents in the house. Listen, we stayed in motels 3 times in my life.
Listen.
I just saying though.
That's true, but you hear people with the both parents in the good life and that wants to choose to act like they're struggling. I don't know what the struggle is or what it brings to the table, but people feel like it holds so much weight.
That's because it became popular to be from the ghetto, from the hood, and it became popular to be gangster and all that third. And like the people, like for me, like you done seen where I'm from. Like I done really took her to where I'm from. She didn't want to be there. She didn't want to be there.
I'm like, let's go back, y'all. We stay in the hood, so I'm like, let's go back to where we stay at, y'all. It's horrible in Ohio. I'm just like,
don't do my state like that.
It is.
Hey,
Cleveland is
we
horrible.
just get into it.
It looks like South Dallas all over.
We just get into it in our own way. Don't sit on my city like that.
No, West Dallas actually is coming up.
No, West Dallas, they fixing up.
Okay.
I live with my mama from, shout out to beautiful Miss Icky. My mom from it. I live with West Dallas every day. Okay. Y'all coming up.
But yeah, like I was saying though, I know people with, both parents in the household doing good, you know what I'm saying? And them kids turn out good and they also turn out bad. You know what I'm saying? They resent their parents. They want to, they get out there in this world, they get influenced and they want to do that. They want to live like that. They listen to these rappers, they want to live like that. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to, bro. I mean, it's up to you what you gonna do and what you gonna be in life. You know what I'm saying?
So do the struggle affect, like, at all how you get to where you're going and where you come from? Like, do you feel like it plays a part in it at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I feel like when you come from that struggle like me, like I was gonna get to, I don't want to go back. So I use that as a momentum to keep going. You know what I'm saying? On the day, because everybody had their days or their time when they break down. Where you be like, all right, I've been doing this and I'm not getting nowhere, so I don't want to do it no more. You want to quit. But I also remember a lot of the OGs from my hood tell me, the easiest thing you can do is give up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why would you do that? Once you give up, you know where you're going. You done seen the bottom of the barrel, so to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I use that as momentum to keep going.
Like, y'all, school is taking me fucking forever. It's taking me forever.
I just started.
Yes, it's taking me forever. And I ain't gonna lie, it's so many times I be like, okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm finna go get a job. We finna get a job and just run up our money. And then I think about it, like, you get what I'm saying? If I drop out, like, we are already in the hood. We stay in the fucking hood. And I hate it. And I don't want my kids to grow up like this. So that's, for me, it's like I don't want to say like it's more powerful than the person who's growing up in a great neighborhood. I'ma just say, like, for me, it's like that hunger. Like, okay, don't ever get comfortable. Like, we comfortable right now, but we need to push for more. Like, I want my kids to have more. So for me, it's like, yeah, the struggle do play a part. I definitely want more because I know how it feels to have less. But I know that it's other people who already have all that and that are doing wonderful in life, that are thriving and fucking winning. So it for me, it's all that's in you. If you want to do something, you're gonna do it. Yeah. If you don't want to do it, you're not gonna fucking do it, and that's just that.
Yeah, I just feel like it make you appreciate what you have more.
Yeah, it does. It does.
That's what I like it tie into.
But then you get some motherfuckers who make it and they don't appreciate it.
Yeah, so you lose it.
Because some people make it off of accident. And they don't know how to keep it because they like you know how some people just got the it factor and they shoot to stardom like that. But then you got some people who did like the slow grind. Like I feel like myself, like I say, I ain't every fan that I got, every person that purchased merch, everybody that knows me from my podcast right now, that didn't come off for me being popular in school, that came from me working. Every word that I got off in the service, I'm like, I fly on airplanes for a living all over the world. That didn't come off of me like kissing nobody else or doing nothing like that or being the smartest. That came off of straight like grinding and working. And I see people who I met in the service who've been good at their job, good at what they do, and they out the service now smoking weed and growing weed farms and closets. Like that's what they want to do. But they not. It's not in no bad way because that's what they going what they want. That's what they want to do. So it's like some people, like we see people that make it, and because they somewhere we want to be, some people make it on accident and they don't know how to keep it. Some people just like, this really fell into my lap off of me being cool. That like ain't no disrespect. I ain't even gonna say that. No, but we got some people.
I was gonna say like with our whole fact with the fact of Mo3, R.I.P. Mo3. That's my name.
That's me. Yeah, Yellow Beezy popped off with P, and I'm not saying Yellow Beezy ain't got from the hood. Yeah, he got away from the hood, and it wasn't even on no factor like. I can't say like people did, because Trapping Designer, people knew that song. Like I can't say like he didn't have his local grind, but he took a song that blew him up into stardom. It took him getting shut up, but he was already left. But like he got away from the hood. You got somebody with some talent that's like Mo3, who was working, who was trying to go make it and do what he do. But that, like I said, being loyal to that street and loyal to that, he was stuck there. So I ain't saying Yellow Beezy popped off on accident, but Mo3 had the talent for if he would have popped off, we wouldn't have been like, dang, Mo3 made it big. He had the talent. Yellow Beezy is one of them things, like he been working, but like he just ain't, I'm not just going to my phone and typing in, not saying everybody, some people ain't no disrespect, but like I'm listening to Mo3, like I got every freaking song down there he did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I got a couple Yellow Beezy and Trap One Face, but sometimes, like, people can pop and make it. Some people can have that slow grind from the struggle and still make it. Like, so it just...
For me, it was just, like, for him as an example. Like, you know what I'm saying? He grind for it. He got it.
Yeah.
And it was, like, gone in a blink of an eye behind some hood shit that, you know what I'm saying? He could have He really, I ain't gonna lie to you. I tell people all the time, when you get big, leave. You're not supposed to, don't come back to the hood. The hood will bring you back down. The hood will bring you back down to where they ass at. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, people who stay in the hood or from the hood or do hood shit, it's only two places they're going. Dead or in jail. So for me, it's like I said, when the struggle, it plays a factor. It makes you hungry, true enough, but it has to be instilled into you. I know a lot of people that's from the struggle that is okay with staying on low income and okay with the government helping them out 24/7. Like it's no disrespect to the people that need it or that gets it, because at a point in time I'm getting it or was getting it, whatever. But it's like, for me, it's like, okay, I don't want to be waiting on no food stamps to hit at 12 o'clock on a certain day. Like, nah, I want to go to the store every 2 weeks and go, grocery shopping without a budget. Like, that's something I think about. So for me, it's like the struggle ain't doing anything but making me hungry. But you got a lot of people that's okay with struggling and being where they at, and then you got a lot of people that's in a high place that's losing that shit as fast as they got it.
Yeah.
So it plays, it do. It's like it do. It all depends on the person that you is. Like I said, you either want it or you don't.
So, I'm sorry, I'm trying.
Yeah, I really look good. I know I got on my little sleeping gown or whatever, but I just want to let y'all know that.
Stop her.
Relax, okay?
But for real though, I'm serious. So
yeah.
So do you feel like? How do you feel like your struggle is impacted? Because sometimes you get to that point.
Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do.
Sometimes you get to that point to where you like, fuck it, nah, I don't want to do this shit. I'm staying at home.
That's what I was just talking about. That's why I say I just try to sit back and remember where I was. Like, I never forget where I came from, so I can know where I want to go. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I do that. Like, I tell you all the time, when I be sitting in here, like, it's been a time where I'm like, man, I don't want to do this working shit no more. Like, I'm not cut out for this. Because, I grew up in the street, so a lot of street shit come naturally to me.
I don't want to work for nobody no more.
But
that's what the fuck you gonna do?
And that's why I want to go. I eventually want to be making some legal paper where I'm not working for nobody. I'm working for myself. I employ myself.
Gotta understand.
Or I'm gonna work for people who gonna pay me what I want to be paid. I'd rather be a business than working for a business.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Listen, I say this all the time. I'm a firm believer of, bite the bullet. You gotta bite the bullet. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not saying you gotta kiss ass. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you gotta bite the bullet. So if that means working at Sears for the next 3 years until you're able to say fuck Sears and I ain't going back and I don't need another job like that.
Today the 10th, right?
Yeah. I don't need another job like that. I'm gonna keep going to Sears until I'm able to leave and get that business or whatever you trying to do. But you, on the other hand, you be making rash decisions like, I'm quitting this job today and I ain't got a plan for tomorrow.
Some people get down like that though.
And that's just how I operate. That's why I tell you, all the young listeners, this is why it's important to finish school, at least high school, man. Know your worth and know what I'm saying, know yourself. You feel me? If you know you don't want to put up with it, you don't have to. It's a million other employers out there that are hiring.
And that's facts.
True.
So why would I be giving my all to you when I know if I, like she say, her game, the military is gonna take care of her people. I know if I give you my all at this job, I got 2 kids at home, I got a fiance.
I die tomorrow, you gonna replace me.
Exactly. Okay, you might not even send no flowers or nothing.
Alright, I'm sorry, y'all had to take care of some business. But all I'm gonna say, I like both of their points. This is how I feel about the struggle impacting where you came from. So like Tuji said, like Dale said, coming from the struggle. I'm gonna put it like this, and the reason that this topic had popped up in my head, I feel like in any situation, whether you come from the struggle or you come from the top, if you don't learn from it, and that's basically what Dylan was saying, like without saying it, and that's how I look at it. If you don't learn from your struggle, it don't matter that you came from the struggle. That's just like me going to sit in school every day. School didn't start making sense until I started actually learning what the teacher was trying to teach me. So like I was raised in a household with two brothers, and my oldest brother still come to me and talk to me sometimes, and he be like, "How do you know these lessons? You know, they telling you stuff. They ain't tell her, motherfucker. Did you not see the eviction notices on the door? Did you not see the lights off? Like they ain't teaching me nothing that they ain't not telling me nothing that they didn't taught you. But like I say, I learned from my situation, just like a lot of people think. Like shout out to my parents, they did their thing. Never gonna talk down on them, but you know what I'm saying. People feel like you got a mama and a daddy in the house that is better because they coming from. If my mama has some help, it'll be good. And I got to come from a situation where you get to see both sides. Just like in a relationship, you got somebody who gonna make some money and you got somebody who gonna spend some money. And 9 times out of 10, the one who making it ain't spending it. So you know what I'm saying? So that's to be said that you get to see both sides of it. You get to see both sides of a situation, and you get to learn that just because I got both of my parents in the house, we still had our water cut off, lights cut off. And it wasn't the fact of having it all the time. But I didn't realize that wasn't normal till I went to high school. And we sitting in class talking about it. And I'm like, you know, we having a little conversation. And people like, I ain't never had my lights cut off. And I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? But I'm the one that needs to be like, what the hell wrong with me? And not saying like it happened all the time, but it happened enough. So I learned that I'm going to pay my bills. Didn't nobody have to teach me that. But did the struggle teach me that? Hell yeah. But like I said, I got people that came from the same situation not gonna pay their bills. My last ex was big on. She grew up in the foster care system, but she learned that it's always a way for the government to help you, and she showed me. So now I looked at people different. Like, bro, I done seen this girl get out here and get it. Like this chick done had everybody and their mama pay her rent before she did. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that she wasn't by no means ain't talking down, but it's just a different ways that you can look at it. Sometimes the struggle make people con artists. Sometimes the struggle make people work harder, and it made me work harder. It made me save my money. You can't tell me. I got on some $15 shoes right now, and if Ross had them in every color, I have every color. Like I'm still that person where I don't care that you got no $120 shoes on. I don't care that you driving no BMW. I'm somebody that actually gonna pay my bills and go about my business. So if you tell me, oh, my BMW was this much money, I'm gonna be like, how much it costs you to maintain it? Because a lot of people coming from the struggle, they'll be like, I want a Mercedes. You can't afford to pay the oil change on a Toyota. So why are you whipping them out?
That's a Toyota.
I need a Toyota, but I'm saying like people don't think about it like that. Like people be like, when I make it big, I'm gonna get this money and buy a mansion.
For Blue.
Yeah, whatever. Young Blue, what's his name? He just put, you sure you want to mention light bill is $2,500. But that's just like to Tootie thing. Some people get it and lose it, but they don't understand. I pay my bills here, so when I say I want a house, I'm thinking about all that. How much it's gonna cost to keep lights on here? How much it's gonna cost to keep water on in here? So I do feel like the struggle can teach you, but I don't feel like you gotta come from the struggle. Because there's some people who got parents and their parents gave them everything, and they never learned the game or paid attention to why their parents got stuff, and their parents died, something happened, and they blow through the money, fuck it off or whatever, and they poor, and then you looking at them like, man, you blew your money off, but they didn't know how to keep it. You have to learn. Then that's to anybody in the world. I done been all over the place. It's ghettos I tell people the ghettos outside of the states is sometimes worse than interstates, and I don't like comparing it to nothing, but it is. It's ghettos and slums and bums in Paris. It's ghettos and slums and Hawaii. Like everywhere I done been, it's done been homeless people. So just to saying that is, if you ain't gonna take care of your business, life is gonna take care of you, and not in the way you want it. Either you gonna take care of your business and you go experience life the way that you want to, or you gonna let life do whatever it's gonna do. So you can't learn from your experience.
I was about to say, so basically you saying
like, you can
the struggle don't mean
the struggle don't make shit if you ain't learn from it. And being successful don't mean nothing if you don't learn from it.
Let me clap. Where clap
applause. There you go. Everything that I know and the success that I have right now, I got people. I'm 25 years old, and I got people that call me to this day that ask me about money advice and business advice. And don't get me wrong, like in the service, I done been able and been afforded the opportunities to go to like these different little finance classes, but I was saving my money before. So coming from the struggle, I had a habit of saving my money, but just as quick as I save it, like I say, that loyalty and habit trying to help your people, quick as I save it, I give it. And then I got with some people who had some money who taught me saving it, and saving money don't mean nothing. So don't get me wrong, it's levels to it. So you can save some money, but if you save it and you don't have no destination for that money, you gonna figure out a way to spend it. And as quick as you save it, it's gonna be gone. So I had to learn that what you do with your money. You do want to save more than what you make, but then you want to make your money work for you. Yeah. But the struggle taught me to pay my bills. I pay my bills faithfully because it'll make my stomach hurt. I see the picture notes on my door. Like I'm not doing
lights don't work.
And I'm not saying that life don't happen, but there's ways around it. So I'm not finna. You're not gonna catch me in no $100. You catch me in some $100. Okay, I'm not. You ain't gonna catch me in no $100 Jordans, but I'll wear like.
You're not gonna do it often, is what you said.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it and not pay no bills. Yeah. Like you might see me in some $100 dress shoes, but you ain't gonna know they're $100.
Yeah.
I can have on a $100 piece of jewelry, and just because it ain't no Jordans, you might never know how expensive it is. So I just feel like it's different ways you can go about your money, but the struggle do teach you. Because a lot of people at the struggle, they dress nice, closet full of shoes, and then they coming over here asking me for money. I'm like, bro, you got my savings account in your closet right now. But
fly bum niggas.
I'm saying, like it don't matter. People get it so mixed up. They'll get this concept of making more money to have more money, or I'm only like this because I have the struggle. And this to anybody who's going through hard time, embrace the struggle. Because you got people who will tell hard luck stories. I tell my story to people don't believe it. Like, bro, there ain't no way you've been through that. Yeah, I was going through that like 5-6 years old. I went through that. Yeah, this happened at this age. Like I was going through that. Like I say, being homeless mean you ain't got nowhere to stay. We done been put out. I done stayed in motels with my mom and daddy. Like I said, I done had my daddy in the house. So how do you feel looking a man in the face and he looking at his children or whatever in the motel? But I took that struggle and took it in. And like I said, it didn't happen all the time, but situations did happen. And I had both parents in the house, so I learned. I don't never want to feel that. If I bring some children into this world, I'm not saying life doesn't happen, but it is some stuff you can plan for. So, do I got the money to afford a car note on a nice car? Yeah, but I'm going to whip that Toyota till the wheels go off because I know how much it costs to get the... Right now, people talking about it's $300 to change 2 tires on the Lexus. You got me messed up.
Nah, for real.
Like it's $100 to give me some nice tires on my Toyota. Like I'm talking about type of the line is gonna cost me about. I'm not putting no rim. I ain't doing that. People got rims on their cars and Spider-Man down wells when they open the door, but no insurance. Spider-Man gonna be spinning around on the freeway, and you get somebody
Yeah, for real. That's why I can tell you, hey, watch out, don't hit this right here.
Yeah, man.
It's paid for. I mean, but if you want to do that, we can do that.
Even
I want that new car.
It's paid for. I be like, hit me, you gonna cash me out. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, hey, go live on the other phone, y'all.
Oh, my live died.
But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, learn. You can go live now. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is you gotta learn from your struggle, and that's the gist of the whole thing. If you don't learn from your struggle or your success, if you get too high-headed in your success or too big in your success and you don't learn from it, you ain't gonna be successful for that long. And if you in your struggle and you think somebody gonna feel bad for you struggling, then you gonna be in your struggle. Like don't nobody owe you nothing for you being in your struggle.
That's really what people be trying to get from saying they struggle. That's why I said it's not about what you've been through. It's what's in you. It gotta be installed into you. So if you want something, you want something, like Victoria said, everybody, I don't know about y'all, but most definitely don't went through the lights or the water or something got turned off. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I want to make sure I can pay that water bill 5 times over. Like that's what I'm so hungry for. I want to make sure my kids don't feel damn fill up the tub because the water just got turned off.
Boil the water.
Yeah. So for me, it's like I said, the struggle is a very, very big thing when people make it, or when people making money, but that shit don't mean nothing if you ain't learn from it. Cause just like you get that money,
it's gone.
That shit be gone if you gotta learn how to keep it. So for me, like taking it to the top, fuck all that. Don't nobody need to know my story. Just know that whatever I've been through, I don't want my kids going through it. So I'm gonna make sure like they got it 5 times over. I don't give a damn what it is.
Thanks.
I agree with you. You better make sure.
What you mean? Hey, I'm gonna give my kids everything I have. Everything, I swear. So that's why I hate that term. Oh, them kids spoiled. Hell yeah, they spoiled. But I'm also trying to teach them to learn that it comes with a cost. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely need to work for it.
I'm definitely gonna give
if you want something, you gotta You got to strive at it. So I don't know, like it's. And then it's like a bad thing. You get what I'm saying? If you don't feel no struggle, you kind of don't learn situations. It's hard because like if your kids don't feel the struggle, how do they learn from it?
And that is the magic question that I feel like people don't. Okay, so this is my thing, and I kind of hit on that on my last couple episodes. So if you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Cause I always be like my daddy always say like I didn't raise y'all like that, and they'd be like, how you think you raised us? Cause like but I be being for real because people be having these notions in their mind where they think they doing this and that, but if you don't sit down and talk to your kids and understand what they getting out of what you do, you don't know how you raising them. Right. So that's like a lot of people think the struggle doing something. 9 times out of 10 the struggle is making you. I was bitter. I was selfish. Like I came out of something totally different than I wanted to be. If I let truthfully what the struggle taught me mold me into the person that I was, I wouldn't go get nothing because I wasn't willing to give anything. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you got to learn how to actually teach the people around you and teach. Just like now, like I'm not on my podcast. I'm not teaching y'all through my struggle. I'm not teaching like I struggle with certain situations and certain things while I'm talking to y'all, but I ain't gotta teach y'all through my struggle. I try to teach people, talk to people through how I learn or like situations I done been through. So I feel like people gotta learn to talk to them, and we using I say kids a lot and parents. I'm big on kids, but I don't be trying to beat nobody else. Like your partners, your homeboys, all of that. But I be feeling like you have to talk to your people. Yeah. You actually gotta try to understand. Just like a teacher, the teacher ain't sitting there and letting you struggle with 5 plus 5 the whole time. She go teach you how to do 5 plus 5. If you gotta break it down to 1 5 or 2 2s and a 1 or whatever, she not gonna be like you struggle with and get 5 until you figure it out. No, but in our mind, that's how the way we grew up. That's what we think. Like if you don't struggle, you don't realize that you're not learning nothing out of that. And that's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm 25. I'm still learning. I might look back on this year now I feel different, but how I feel right now, like you gotta be knowing what you're trying to teach your kids. Yeah, like what you're trying to teach people.
I ain't learned nothing but getting our water turned off.
Yeah, what you learn with getting your water? No, but that's a lesson in it. But okay, but if you just sit there and be like, my water got turned off, you just like, oh, the water got turned off when we was kids. Yeah. If you just think about the struggle, like I don't want my water turned off, but the water turned off. But you don't know, like it's like what the hell does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Like it could be like, okay, my water got turned off, but how? So as kids, we thinking like, dang, your mom and them fussing and cussing, doing all this. But then you get older, you be like, bitch, y'all ain't paying your bills. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you're not thinking that. But then even on some things, we look at it and we be not knocking out parents at all. It'd be like, you get your parents. My parents did this. They tried their best. They did all that is true. But you still look up there and be like, dang, like you look at different little habits and you be like, it might have been some water money that you smoking right now, or that you was drinking, or that we ate some fast food on we shouldn't have ate. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, like, it's just because our water got turned off. That's because Tawana didn't want to work. She didn't want to work. I'm gonna tell the truth. Anybody that knows Tawana knows she don't like working.
But all I'm saying is it's a reason behind it. So I'm not. So so that's a perfect example to be like, how do you teach them without the struggle? Baby, pay your bills because it's consequences that happen when you don't pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? Just like you teach somebody.
We didn't get taught that. Like
you didn't get taught. We learned the consequences, but we didn't really realize the cause because we looking at like, man, my mom and daddy going hard as they possibly can to provide for us. And when you get older, you kind of realize. Not saying that that's not true, but you realize how young your parents is. Yeah. My parents now, I'm 46 right now. I'm 25. Yeah. Y'all was babies when I'm 10. Like
y'all where we was at.
You know what I'm saying? Right like y'all was babies right now, raising a child. So we was learning like after a while. Like our lights got cut off a couple times. After a while, we was like, we not leaving y'all. They'll be back on tomorrow in a couple days. Yeah. Every time the lights got cut off, y'all going over y'all granny house, y'all mama house. One day, me and my brother then looked up at my mama and was like, we gonna stay here with you and my daddy. So that built a family bond. But we ain't up here knowing like, why the lights getting changed. Not even like, you know what I'm saying? Parents get sensitive. Ain't disrespecting parents at all. We know situations happen. All I'm saying is sometimes stuff can be aborted. Yeah. Sometimes like and I feel like not knocking the newer generations. People always talk about our generation, but back in the day, like
y'all was some fucking else. I'm saying nobody else.
No, but this is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is back in the day, you had parents that wasn't maybe dripped in designer. You look at old pictures, so you can look at like when somebody be like, my mama sacrificed everything to give me that. You see that, and I feel like sometimes with our parents, they just wanted necessarily the whole case.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I just disagree because I mean it's some parents that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like they got bad habits. You know what I'm saying? True. So it's like these lights, this water off, we hungry. Why you gonna do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why you gonna make that decision you make?
But I'm saying as a kid, you don't know that. It is some parents. I feel like it's plenty of fucked up parents out there that's exactly the case. Like what the hell, mate? I never asked you to lay down and do nothing. No. And I know like in certain situations people get molested and stuff happen. All I'm saying is that like it's so many parents that's not parents can't have babies that'll take their baby and give them a life.
Give them the world.
Cause like I say, just like the struggle can either teach you to be a con artist or a hard worker. There's people out here treating kids like crazy that's adopting them, and there's people out here that's adopting kids and giving them the world. Or like I said, I learned with my ex, I think group homes and stuff is bad, but group homes better than being at a foster care because they're gonna take them on field trips. You gonna feed them, this and that gonna happen. It's only girls in the dorm and stuff like that. You go to a foster home, I'm liable.
The daddy molesting the goddamn new
daddy, cousin, brother, any of that. So you know what I'm saying. So like I do feel like some parents is just fucked up, but I'm saying like. Just like I say, just like what you said, a child looking at their parents like, man, y'all just fucked up. What they learning from the struggle, but y'all just fucked up. They're not gonna teach them to keep no money in their pocket or pay no bills. So that's all I'm saying. Like I don't feel like the struggle necessarily just teach you if you don't learn the lessons, even in your own struggles. Even in like I struggle with saying no to people or this. You gonna if I don't learn it and I steady I'm gonna eventually be broke. Yeah. I'm gonna be homeless like the people I'm talking about right now. Then y'all gonna be looking up like Victoria had it going.
And all y'all bitches better help out my best friend because she can only sleep
like I ain't gonna lie. Fuck all that. You can sleep on our couch.
Y'all better help too.
We'll buy you more for the bed if we got to.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
You might be sleeping with Avery. He don't turn the game off that night. But you'll be good though. You'll be good. But but for real though, I definitely feel like it. That's what I'm saying. It'd be so hard to understand too because I definitely come from the struggle. But it's like I want to teach my son without the struggle. Like I tell Avery all the time, I be trying to do different shit with him, have him understand things. Because our parents coming from the black community, our parents was fucked up.
Sometimes they teach us off they hurt. That's what I'm saying. They teach us off they hurt.
So
I went through that growing up.
Yeah, so I be hearing like my granny, she's so quick to be like, I spoil Avery so much, ain't gonna lie. He got every shoe that come out. And my granny be like, I remember we had one shoe.
Man.
We had to wear hand-me-downs. Wow!
I got a recording on my phone like that. I was talking to my mama and my two older cousins, and I was like, sometimes parents try to teach you off of their struggle, but you can't make me feel your pain.
Yeah.
Like now, so parents be like, back in the day, like, and this is what I got the recording in my phone. I got like an hour episode. I was like, I might do that episode. I might just do bits and pieces of it. But what I told them was the same thing, and this conversation was like months ago. I was like, back in the day, that 10-cent shoes might be the $30 shoes right now. They still like the damn shoes we want. Right. So you telling me that back in the day your shoes were 10 cents? Bitch, I got all the $20 shoes right now. That's the same thing. Like, you ever heard of inflation? Like, now you think you're doing better because we buying Wookiees at the store. Like, I'm up in here fighting on the school bus for these. Yeah, I'm up on the school bus fighting for these fake shoes. I'm sliding. Like, come on now.
No, but for real though, and I hate that. I hate that they do that. That's the first
dollar store shoes. These $10. Mine was $10.
And that's what
I'm walking on the ground.
My grandma be saying the same thing. Like she swore me down. Oh, Avery, he's not gonna respect anything.
Yes, he will. I can teach him to respect.
You guys don't give him one pair of shoe and let him wear that one pair of shoe through the whole year. Grandma, we not doing that.
We not.
He got 3 pair. He got the play pair, the nice. So like you know what I'm saying? Like so.
And you can teach him. You can have your stuff and you can go about. I ain't gonna teach my kids to have one pair of shoes.
Like she always say like we used to wear hand-me-downs. Grandma, we're not doing that. We ain't doing hand-me-downs.
And what did that teach you?
Nothing. Cause you
hand me down the house right now. Hand me down. Sit down.
No, for real.
Hand me down the house. Did that teach you to do nothing?
Absolutely.
Talking about that made them humble. No, the hell it did. It made you bitter. And now you pissed off because I'm like, oh, you high dollar. Bitch, no, I'm working for this. Like, no.
hesitating. I'm not saying nothing against the scammers,
Nothing
but
against it.
this is all hard-earned money. So if I want to go buy my son 10, 20 million pairs of shoes, let me do that. I don't have to make him struggle to get him to understand the concept.
Be appreciative.
Yeah,
Exactly.
being humble and appreciate some things.
I ain't
And
never
you know what? Society does that to us.
Not by choice.
Yeah,
not
by
by choice.
choice.
Like I go to Ross. I talk to this chick right now. She be like, "You really bought all the little shoes with the rainbow at the
Yeah,
bottom."
but them cute.
But
Everybody getting them.
I don't give a damn.
Oh,
And everybody thought that was $15.
and they're comfortable.
I got every pair. So every time I walk into the house, my mom like, "You got some new shoes? They $15." So I'm not tripping on if you take that. So I'm not humble because I'm able to put on some new clothes every day. I pay 50 cents for these damn shorts, and I paid $2 for this shirt. Like it ain't like what I'm supposed to feel bad because your perception is I'm changing clothes too much.
Yeah.
I ain't changing the clothes. I don't give a damn.
Yes, I hate that.
That don't mean that I'm being splurging.
Yes.
If I want to come through in a bunch of Jordans and Nikes, if I can afford to do it, I can do it. That doesn't mean I'm not humble. I don't talk about the stuff that I don't talk about the stuff I have. Only people who wear certain stuff that I wear. Like if I have on a dress outfit, people can be like, "Damn, that vest was $100," because they shop from the same store. I can come around with the same vest with y'all and that's just the vest. You gonna be like, that vest is $20, and I can be like, bro, I paid $100 for it. You can be like, for what? But then you got some people coming around the hood, and you got a white T-shirt talking about dope boy fresh. You got a $3,000 belt that you tucking in for people to see.
Super flop.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just be confused. Like, but how does struggle teach you to look fly? Then what you got in the? I'll go down there. Like,
Wow, for real.
I done met plenty of females I talk to. They be like, "How you got all that money? You dress like that, bitch?" Sit and think to yourself quietly, and then you'll understand how it works. I'm gonna look like I got money. I want this money that I have, and that don't mean I'm balling or nothing, but I'm comfortable.
And people that got money will even tell you, like, they don't look like money. Like,
Not at all.
we got these brand new ass iPhones. Don't get me wrong, these hoes are nice. They take good quality pictures and all this, and we got them. We only upgraded for our podcast, well, our little, YouTube and all that. But to be honest, these hoes cost more than my goddamn rent.
Exactly.
Like, dead ass, these hoes cost more than my rent.
I got my iPhone from Metro. My Android is 2 years old from AT&T. Like,
That's what I'm saying. People and people always wanna, oh, you gotta look like money. You gotta no, because the motherfuckers that look like money don't got it.
And don't get me wrong, it's some people that don't get me wrong, it's some people that look like money or look like that, and they using it to go do something in life. Like, it's some people who faked it until they made it, and they doing that. But it's just the opposite to be like, I don't want to look poor. And even growing up, like, I'm not gonna teach my kids to get dressed up for Easter and have a big Christmas. Like, when I know that you can have Christmas all year if you can do what you're supposed to. That's what I want to teach my kids. Like, I ain't gonna teach what the hell is church clothes. Like, that ain't no damn church clothes. I feel like if I ever hear my children say church clothes, I failed as a mother. Cause you ain't got no church clothes, no birthday clothes, no school. What is that? Them my school shoes. No, cause you stunning their growth and their potential right there. Cause that shit ain't none of that taught me nothing. That didn't teach me nothing that I take into life that I do now. Easter clothes. No, I look Easter fresh.
Corduroy's grandma, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, I can look Easter fresh every day. Yeah, what the hell? You want a big? I never understand her to teach us to have us this huge ass Christmas.
Yeah.
Crazy dumb Christmas, and in January, I'm wishing y'all take that shit back. Take it back.
That's horrible. That's
just stupid.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lesson.
And kids ain't gonna give a damn about that shit.
It's a lesson, man. Listen, every second Christmas, we didn't fucking big. We over fucking did the shit. Avery opened everything and played with the box.
Yeah,
I said, you know what? And then I'm saying this shit, he was like, we're not doing a big Christmas this year. I'm like, this nigga getting one toy. He getting a toy to open up on Christmas.
And not only that though, like, I like to think ahead when it comes to my money. You know what I'm saying? So I know my birthday before Christmas. January hit, I got my sons. I got hers. Then we backdoor her brothers, mamas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and we want to look out. You know, so I'm like, why the fuck would I do this big ass Christmas and my little boy gonna do the same shit? He gonna open up everything and be like, well, all right.
And then look at you,
and then look at you with one in his hand, like, open this.
Here go the old granny wanting him to struggle. I would have took all that shit back. Grandma, it ain't going back. And he still got a lot of toys he ain't open, but he ain't finna. This is my point. I get it. The struggle does humble you. The struggle does.
If you let it, or it can make you aggressive.
It can consume you.
Yeah. Or you could be took down from your struggle. Exactly. I'd rather make people feel it to get to the top and be able to talk about my struggle. Yeah. But I don't want to be at the bottom talking about my struggle and talking about everybody can't peak. What I learned starting to do stuff and successful or whatever, I can sit here and talk to y'all. We got different financial situations and all of that, but we can still kick it. I can talk about money, we can talk about money and be cool. But some people, it's offensive to them. I'm like, how the hell is my success offensive to you? And I ain't even, sometimes people get in the struggle and y'all be so bitter, I can't help you come up because you think I'm shitting on you.
Yeah.
Hey, you should ass niggas be talking to y'all.
This is the one. Hey,
we talking to y'all.
Repeat that so my life can hear you, because I need to make sure I reshare this like 5 times next week.
Yeah.
Say that again. What you just said.
I don't even know. That's like you off the top of the dome. Like I really be meaning it.
Yeah, for real.
But what you said was that, you know, people be hating so much off your success that they feel like you shitting on them.
Oh, yeah. And you can't even learn from me because you think I'm shitting on you.
And you know what? That's in our
and I give you every game that I learned.
That's in our black community so bad. We do not want to see the other person's success. Like, for real, I don't give a damn. Listen, let me tell you. Victoria is a very successful person, and I'm so proud to be able to go around like for even when like Dill was talking about who all was my bridesmaids, and they brought Victoria up, and I make sure I tell everybody every time, oh, Victoria, she's traveling all around the world, so we really trying to ask her, you know, where we need to go for our honeymoon. Like, I'm so happy about her success, even if we are not in the same financial situations. Like, I don't give a damn, bitch. Yes, make $1 million. Hello, yes, I want to make sure I let somebody know, like, I pride myself on that. Yes, I don't have no broke friends. I just want to let y'all know that. But yeah, and it's so crazy because we hang around people and we learn to stop hanging around those people that are mad at our success.
Or anybody else's though. Like, how
it just don't make no sense. Like, just like I say, like just like you say, how can you do that? Because like what I sweat and what one thing I want people to understand, and I feel like hard for people to understand, and people say it all the time. Sometimes like people that have less money than you feel like you don't have a lot of problems, and everybody say that saying like more money, more problems. But it's true. But the deeper part of it is trying to keep more money, more problems. Because I can do the same thing. Like, you don't think sometimes that I don't want to. I call my daddy upset. My daddy done talked me out that ledge so many times. I be like, man, I just want to go out and do what they doing. I just want to do it like they enjoying themselves. Like, I got this, I got that. I be doing this, and my daddy be like, oh, you. And my daddy be like, are they though? Like, are they really doing it? When you get in trouble, who you gotta go ask for money? When this situation happen, who you gotta go get? And just like I said with that, like, I tell people, keep you some money put up at the house. But I learned that situation from my car being hacked so many times. Mm-hmm. But on the same hand, I know people who will lie about their car being hacked to get money from people. Yeah. When my car was hacked, I wasn't never thinking about asking nobody for no money because I know my car gonna be here in 3 days and I really got money. Mm-hmm. But some people out there, like, some people be like, my car done got hacked too. And I'm like, you don't keep no cash with you? Like, you don't keep, like, it's dope boys that tell you keep you a shoebox, and a shoebox don't mean a shoebox. It's whatever you gonna put some cash up that only you need to know about. My granny called it the penny drop. Like, I give people this game, so how am I not trying to be humble? Like, I said, I talked about it that episode. Like, I talked to my brother, and he'd be like, you always talking numbers, but I'm used to people talking in numbers to me, and I like it. I don't mean to be, he'd be like, we doing the same thing, and I'm like, my mom said not like that, because just like I say, Young Blue or whatever his name is, put some ice on my baby. Your rent $200, your rent $2,500. Like, how much you gotta be making to afford $2,500?
Yeah.
Light bill. Like, what? How much you gotta be affording it? But that's how my mind works. So I'm not gonna sit up there and be like, he got a mansion, but we all still pay bills. He pay a different type of bill.
For real.
He paying my check in bills. So that means that don't need to be my check if I want to live in a mansion. But that's how my brain thinks.
Yeah.
But my brother was kind of like, why you talk numbers? Like, we do the same. No, I don't think that. But that don't mean I can't talk to somebody who pay $800 in rent on some same stuff I talk to now. I got my brother with his own trucking company. He call a vent and talk money with me all the time. So that don't mean that I'm not humble. The struggle taught me this. I was able to get here, and I'm willing to give it back. But if you feeling like I'm not humble or I'm feeling some type of way because I'm talking money, bitch, I'll tell you how much I make right now because this shit is gonna change in a minute. Like, I don't give a damn about that. I'm not ashamed to tell you why everybody know what you make. It's gonna change.
She always training to make more money.
Make more money what you want because I want different stuff out of life.
She gonna be the old rich auntie.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna get my money before I get old.
Straight up. Get it
I
while
just
you here and enjoy it while you here.
No, but for real though, I feel what you're saying. It's so crazy that goes on. I be telling Dill, like, this is why we don't hang out with other people because it's always that. It's a competition with.
And that's silly as hell.
Yeah,
like, why we can't go?
Because I'm going to act broke. I can go hang out. Unless we going out to eat, then I might. But then it depends. Because you going to be like, she got all that money, but she bought bitch. And guess what? Your account going to be $130.
Y'all, Victoria, no, she does that because she's a chef. So when she goes out, she
and it depends.
People.
Yeah.
I don't criticize. I know how
What you do in
I
Miami?
know. No. See,
What did you do in Miami?
See, Tucci be trying to put us out.
Somebody on Front Street like that.
What did you do in Miami?
Because everybody, this is my thing. I know how to make a $5 piece of chicken give me $30, right?
Yeah.
And I know the game. I respect it. I'm not gonna let you give me no $5 that you made $30.
Yeah.
Like, I can take a chicken leg, Tucci, 2 minutes, Tucci can cook a chicken leg right now. And I'm gonna take the skin off. I'm gonna take the ligaments out of it. I'm gonna lollipop and put it at the bottom. Take the exact same size that she make and make a plate with it. And I can make you give me $25 to $30 to $45 for that plate. And she might just take it and put it on a plate and make it look different. So my thing is that people tell me that all the time. I'm not finna go to no fancy restaurant where the food might not be that good and I can make it at home. You gonna catch me walking out of Wingstop. You gonna catch me walking out of like Sonic or something like that because I'm going to where I know what the food gonna taste like and what I want it to taste like. But I'm not finna go and what the fuck it look like going to Applebee's? No, this shit is nasty. I'm not doing it. And it's no disrespect. Applebee's, you want to sponsor me? Not nasty. It's a joke. But all I'm saying is, I'm just using that as a, just a saying. Yeah. Y'all want to sponsor me? Let's kick it. But all I'm saying is, for real, all jokes aside, is that like sometimes you learn a game. That's just like with anybody. It's just like people who play in movies. They don't sit. It's hard for them to watch the movies because they know the part behind it. But I'm like, man, that just nigga motherfucker fly through the sky. But the person who in the movie, that man like, man, that wasn't even me. That's the stunt double. That's not my ass cheek. That's the stunt double ass cheek. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's all I be saying. So it's like sometimes when I don't eat in public or stuff like that, hold on, I'm gonna call you right back. I'll let you. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to a certain extent. I'm on my way to almost being done. You tell the truth even when you lie. You gotta learn that.
Hey, that's game. Listen.
Hey, they ain't shit. Listen.
I'm very much so.
On this podcast, if y'all don't take nothing else away from anything we've said, they ain't shit.
You can't.
Listen, true enough. It just means you're a likable asshole.
I'll be your ass. But anyway, all I'm saying is to wrap all that up. I respect the game, but I'm not just gonna go there. Like seafood, I pay for seafood to a certain extent. It's expensive, but I also know the better places to go. Like I'm not gonna go to a seafood spot and order Dungeness crab to get one crab that's $30 when I know I can go get it $14.99 a pound. Or like when Restaurant Depot was struggling, I did my daddy a whole seaboil. We fed over 30 to 20 people, and now it was like I spent like $600 on his birthday, but we had crabs for days. I wanted my daddy to wake up, sleep, next week and get some damn seafood. But you learn the game. But that's like I say, like people be like, you criticizing, no, like you can sit here and be like aioli. I'll be like, that's fancy mayonnaise. So yeah, you added some seasoning to the mayonnaise, and that's why it's called the aioli. Bitch, I'm still not gonna pay you no extra $3 for it.
Facts. That's me, and she be feeling like I'm wrong.
But
I
do, cause y'all go to these people's shit and criticize.
No, I don't.
Y'all do.
That's not lie.
Y'all do.
I'm gonna either eat me a salad or I'm gonna eat me some chicken wings or something like that. But that's not me criticizing. But why the fuck I'm gonna pay a $50 plate and I can go to Walmart and cook this?
Facts. That's why I walk in that bitch. I get the menu. She'll tell you. I'll be like, where the chicken tenders at?
Exactly.
Where they at?
He don't.
Unless I go to a new spot, they got some restaurants that are good, and you'll see me frequent those places. But everywhere I go, what do I look like spending that much money? And then you eat all that food at once. So people who know what I learned being in the service and going through these nutritionist classes, it take a minute for your food to digest. So you sitting at the table, you getting full, or you filling yourself up. That's still one meal. Your body gonna be looking for another meal later. What I look like dropping $60 to be hungry again.
Say that one more time for her.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna be at home hungry, or then I might go out. Now I'm spending another $20. So all together, I might just spend $30-$40 on. What 60, 80, yeah, $80 on eating out for what?
Listen, all I'm gonna say is you gotta eat.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but that's you though. We'll go somewhere expensive, man. And then I'll be like, man, hell no, they ain't got no chicken. Cool, give me the salad. Let me get a water. She don't be doing that. Because then when we get home after this, like you just said, we eat all that food. Then later, it's time to buy something else. Or we cooking something later that we could have just started cooking at home.
Exactly.
Y'all ain't shit.
My bad, my stuff touched me.
It just ain't, man, look, call it what you want to call it. I call it smart. Me personally.
Y'all, we done. I listen. I have been keeping us on topic. We have got completely off topic.
You did it.
You
that was the first
did
time.
it.
You keep taking us off topic.
Don't listen to me. Y'all listen to me.
Most definitely.
We don't even know what else to say.
We're an hour with that. Y'all want to keep going? Y'all want to wrap it up?
We can wrap it up. You know, I can talk all night.
Hey, we going. Y'all want to wrap it?
Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
She's about to talk all night.
I can. What you want to talk about?
No, we good. We can wrap it. We ain't gotta stretch it up.
Listen.
About to be late. You said listen.
Cause I'm trying to see which one I want to press. Y'all, my best friend has the best fucking setup. I want to see which one I want to press.
Why you gotta laughing?
No, cause I don't know. Shit, I'm just pressing it.
Anyway, man, thank y'all for checking out this episode of Overthinking Understanding Podcast. It's available anywhere you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you could go to Google, type in Overthinking Understanding. Follow my creators page on Facebook, Overthinking Understanding Podcast. Follow my regular page, Overthinking Understanding. Follow my YouTube page, Overthinking Understanding Podcast. Follow Tanika Smith on everything, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you put that name in that. Follow her show, her podcast, her fiance. They going crazy. Their views be going crazy. They global too. Thank y'all for checking it out. And we will see y'all. I will see y'all next week. Then I'm going to let them say bye.
Oh, y'all, we got to separate. Okay. But yeah, like she was saying, y'all know, type my name in. She's definitely going to link it into y'all. Thank y'all for having us. Thank you for having us, y'all. We've been trying to do this
Thank y'all for the last 20 years. I message you. No, I'm telling y'all, I will forever show up and do an episode. Y'all need me to do an episode. I told Tucci was like, well, Tucci the name, don't ask how she got it. But Tucci had asked me, Tucci was like, she was telling me about the podcast. Like she said, we don't talk all the time. She randomly hit me up asking me about the podcast. And I was like, shit, jump on mine. Because that's the best way to do it. You know, people don't understand, just like now. Like, most of this episode, they might be looking everywhere, the camera in front, but people don't understand until they start doing it, how crazy that it is and how much stuff it is. So I told her, like, you want to do it. 2 hours later, we was doing the episode. So that's the type of stuff that get my attention. I done had people tell me, let's do an episode, and I show up, and they want to do their regular routine. Like, I live 1,400 miles away. I drive down. That's 19 hours that I be going back and forth with here. And people be like, you come pop up and see me, bitch. I came here. You ain't never made an ounce to come down there and see me. You talking about pop up and doing so. Like, thank y'all. Like I said, y'all support me. I'ma forever support y'all. This what any community, black community, whatever. This how you get better in life. It ain't got nothing to do with. I'm not out there reaching it out to hire podcasts and nothing. Hey, we gonna do whatever down here. They got an episode. They got a show just like I got a show. We could build together. Don't be worried about status and none of that crazy stuff.
Right, because you
put that grind in. You can't cheat the grind.
Facts. I appreciate the grind. Me personally.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he had his mic.
Yeah, I got it. And hey, cop that merch. Hey, our people cop that merch.
Y'all
man.
already
Cop that
know.
merch.
Make sure you. And I see y'all are actually adding her on her Facebook.
Yeah,
y'all keep adding. Keep going crazy. What the fuck? Don't stop. Make sure y'all share this live as well. I'm sorry, y'all podcast. My live is going. So make sure y'all is sharing this live as well. I don't care if we end this live. Keep sharing it. Make sure you shop with my motherfucking best friend. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna say it wrong.
Overthinking,
understanding. Make sure y'all shop the merch. Don't play. She do gotta get some big people sizes, but we working on it. So it don't even matter.
Man,
just make sure y'all
get it for your kids, all that.
Yes.
Man, tap in for real.
Even your dog.
Even on the podcast, tap in.
We got little doggy stuff too. Make sure y'all shop.
And it's like that. Thank y'all for tuning in. Overthinking, understanding podcast. See y'all next time.